Beloved child of God, incline your ear to the sound of heaven, for there has been a blast from the trumpet of the Lord. It is not a trumpet of war this time, nor only a trumpet of warning, but a trumpet of announcement, the declaration that your season of lack has ended. The trumpet of abundance has sounded, and its echo rolls across the heavens into your life today. This is not the faint whisper of man's promise, it is the thundering proclamation of heaven. The angelic hosts have heard it. The earth itself will respond to it. Creation will align to release what has been stored up on your behalf. Archangel Michael, the guardian of God's people, comes with this message: you will be surrounded by abundance. Not touched, not brushed by it for a moment, but surrounded, as walls of light, as waves of blessing, as a shield of overflowing provision around your life. For too long, you have walked through valleys of scarcity. For too long, you have woken with questions in your heart. Lord, when will it be my turn? When will the breakthrough reach my house? When will the chains of lack fall from my life? Heaven answers you now. The trumpet has sounded. Your time has come. Hear this: abundance is more than material wealth. It is the atmosphere of heaven manifesting in your reality. Abundance means that peace is not fleeting, but constant. Abundance means joy does not run dry, but flows like a river. Abundance means strength is renewed daily, clarity shines in your mind, and provision is steady in your hands. It is a life not marked by scraping through, but by walking in divine overflow. Archangel Michael declares, abundance is not only what you will hold, it is what will surround you. Like the walls of Jericho once surrounded God's people in opposition, now the walls of abundance will surround you in protection. Where once you felt pressed on every side by trials, now you will be pressed on every side by favor. Where once you were hemmed in by fear of not having enough, now you will be hemmed in by the reality of more than enough. This trumpet is not a sound the enemy can silence. It carries divine authority. It cannot be reversed by curses spoken against you, nor delayed by plots of darkness, nor cancelled by the schemes of man. When the trumpet of heaven sounds, it reverberates with the eternal will of God, and nothing in creation can undo it. Think of Israel in the wilderness. When the trumpet of God sounded, it was not only to gather them for battle, but also to gather them for movement into promise. So it is with you. The trumpet of abundance does not merely announce blessing, it announces movement. You are moving out of cycles of lack. You are moving out of survival mentality. You are moving into inheritance, into expansion, into overflow. The trumpet of abundance is also a summons. It calls you to lift up your head and walk as one who is chosen, not forsaken. It calls you to shed the garments of mourning and clothe yourself in praise. It calls you to break agreement with fear and step into alignment with faith. For abundance is not just about possession, it is about position. To be surrounded by abundance is to be positioned in the center of God's provision, in the middle of His covenant promises. Beloved, do not mistake this for coincidence or mere chance. Heaven's trumpet does not sound without purpose. The timing of this announcement is divine. Some of you have felt as though your prayers disappeared into silence, as though your faith went unanswered. But now the trumpet proves that your cries have reached the throne. The God who heard Israel in bondage has heard you in your wilderness. The God who multiplied loaves and fish has prepared your table. The God who filled empty nets with fish has commanded abundance to fill your life. And Archangel Michael proclaims with authority, abundance is not just coming near you, it will surround you. It will be to your right and to your left, before you and behind you. It will overtake your lack, swallow your fear, and silence your doubt. Lift up your eyes. See the vision heaven places before you, rivers flowing where deserts once stretched, harvest fields where barren soil once lay, storehouses filled where emptiness once mocked you. The trumpet declares that your wilderness has expired. The trumpet declares that your delay is over. The trumpet declares that your scarcity is replaced by overflow. So rise, beloved. Stand tall in the sound of heaven. Let faith leap within you. Let hope revive in your soul. Let your lips confess with boldness, the trumpet of abundance has sounded for me. I will not lack. I will not fear. I will not be forsaken. I am surrounded by the abundance of my God. For this is the word of the Lord carried by Michael, the Archangel. You are entering not just a moment of blessing, but a season of surrounding. You will live, move, and breathe in abundance. Everywhere you turn, the evidence of heaven's supply will meet you. And nothing, no power of hell, no opposition of man, no lie of the enemy, can stop what the trumpet of heaven has released. Beloved child of God, there is no randomness in the timing of heaven. The Lord does not pour out abundance by accident or scatter blessing without intention. Every season has a purpose, every release has a reason, and every trumpet blast carries divine timing. You may ask, why now? Why is abundance being declared over me in this season, and not before? The answer is this: because heaven has judged you ready, and because the season has shifted in your favor. For years you have walked faithfully through wilderness places. You have known what it is to pray with tears in your eyes, to give even when you had little, to worship when the atmosphere around you seemed barren. The silence you endured was not a punishment, it was preparation. The delays you faced were not denials, they were alignments. While you waited, God was working. While you felt overlooked, heaven was writing your name on the scroll of remembrance. Archangel Michael brings this assurance: heaven does not forget. Every act of obedience, every secret offering, every hidden prayer in the night has been recorded. You thought no one saw, no one cared, no one remembered. But heaven's books hold every moment. And now those books are being opened, and the decree of abundance is being released on your behalf. Why now? Because you are ready to carry it. Abundance in the wrong season can crush, but abundance in the right season will establish. The Lord could not trust you with overflow until your heart was refined. Had He released it earlier, you may have mistaken the gift for the giver, or allowed the blessing to become your idol. But now, through the fire of testing, you have learned to desire Him above all else. Your wilderness was your training ground. Your tears were your anointing oil. Your waiting shaped your character. And now, abundance can come without destroying you. Heaven declares abundance over you now because the assignment ahead requires it. The purposes of God in your life cannot be fulfilled in scarcity. The vision He has given you cannot be completed with empty hands. The call on your destiny is too weighty for you to continue in lack. Abundance is not merely about comfort, it is about empowerment. The Father surrounds you with abundance so you can accomplish what He has commanded. Consider this truth: when Joseph was in prison, he could not deliver nations. But when Joseph was placed in charge of Egypt's storehouses, abundance in his hands became salvation for multitudes. When Israel wandered in the wilderness, they survived on manna. But when they entered the land of promise, they ate from vineyards they did not plant and drank from wells they did not dig. Abundance was tied to destiny. And so it is with you. This is why abundance comes now, because your assignment is reaching a critical point. You cannot build what you are called to build without resources. You cannot bless who you are called to bless without overflow. You cannot step into your next level while bound by fear of insufficiency. Heaven's timing is perfect. The trumpet of abundance sounds now because it is the appointed hour for your destiny to expand. There is another reason heaven declares abundance now: the enemy overplayed his hand. The adversary sought to steal from you, to frustrate you, to delay you until you gave up. He thought the famine would break you, that the wilderness would silence you, that the chains of lack would cause you to quit. But you did not quit. You pressed on. You stood firm. You worshipped through the storm. And because of this, heaven has issued a counter-decree. Michael declares, the thief must repay sevenfold what was stolen. What the enemy meant for evil is being turned for good, and the restitution will not come as a trickle but as an overflow. Heaven declares abundance now because the harvest of your sowing has reached maturity. You planted seeds in faith long ago, financial seeds, seeds of service, seeds of prayer, seeds of kindness, and wondered if they would ever sprout. Beloved, the soil did not reject them, it was simply not yet the season. But now the rains of heaven have fallen, the ground has broken open, and the harvest is pushing through. The trumpet of abundance announces that your field is ripe. Understand this well: Abundance now is not simply for you. It will surround you, yes, but it will also flow through you. Heaven is making you a channel of blessing. You will not only receive, you will release. You will not only drink, you will pour. God surrounds you with abundance so that others may taste and see His goodness through you. You are called to be a signpost of His faithfulness, a living testimony that He does not abandon His children. Archangel Michael says, abundance is heaven's answer to your faithfulness, heaven's response to your endurance, and heaven's provision for your destiny. This is why it comes now, not a day too early, not a moment too late. Now is the fullness of time. Now is the appointed season. Now is the hour when you will see with your own eyes that God has remembered you. So, beloved, lift your expectation. Do not reduce heaven's abundance to the size of your paycheck, your connections, or your present surroundings. God is not limited by the doors of man, nor confined to the systems of this world. His abundance comes from unseen places, from unexpected channels, from supernatural supply. He can command ravens to feed you, strangers to bless you, and kings to open their treasuries for you. Why now? Because the Lord has said so. And when He speaks, His word cannot return empty. Abundance has been declared because the season demands it, because your destiny requires it, and because your faith has prepared you to receive it. Let your heart rejoice, for heaven has chosen this moment to surround you with blessing. Do not fear missing it. Do not doubt whether it is for you. The trumpet of abundance has not sounded in vain. It has sounded for you, now, in this season, in this hour. Beloved, listen with understanding. Before heaven surrounds you with abundance, there is often a shaking. The trumpet of abundance may sound, but the ground beneath your feet will tremble before the overflow appears. Do not misinterpret this shaking as destruction. It is preparation. Do not mistake it for punishment. It is purification. When God surrounds His children with abundance, He does not build upon unstable ground. The Lord is too wise to pour overflowing blessing into broken vessels or to release heavenly resources into structures that cannot carry them. Therefore, He shakes what is temporary, removes what is counterfeit, and exposes what is fragile, so that what remains will be strong enough to carry the abundance He is about to release. Archangel Michael declares, the shaking you are experiencing is heaven's kindness in disguise. It is the preparation for the overflow you prayed for. It is the pruning that makes room for the harvest. It is the breaking that precedes the breakthrough. Consider this. Before Joseph was lifted to rule in Egypt's abundance, he endured the shaking of betrayal, slavery, and prison. Before Job received a double portion, he endured the shaking of devastating loss. Before Israel entered the land flowing with milk and honey, they endured the shaking of Egypt's plagues and the wilderness. Every testimony of abundance in Scripture was preceded by a shaking. And so it is with you. Perhaps you have felt this shaking recently. Relationships that once felt unbreakable suddenly ended. Doors you thought were permanent slammed shut. Resources you depended on dried up. Opportunities you were certain of slipped through your hands. In the natural, it looked like loss, but in the spiritual, it was a divine rearrangement. The Lord was clearing away what could not carry your future. Michael speaks with authority. When heaven shakes, it is not to destroy, but to separate. The shaking removes the fake so the true can remain. It removes the weak so the strong can stand. It removes the idols so that abundance does not become your God. The shaking is mercy, not cruelty. The shaking is preparation, not punishment. Do not fear the trembling beneath your feet, for it is a sign that heaven is near. The shaking means God's hand is upon your foundation. He is ensuring that when abundance surrounds you, you will not collapse under its weight. For greater blessing requires deeper roots. Overflow requires stronger foundations. Abundance requires purified vessels. The shaking is also the exposure of lies. Many of you have lived under the shadow of a poverty mindset. Even when provision came, fear whispered, "It won't last." Even when doors opened, doubt whispered, "This is too fragile." Even when blessings appeared, worry whispered, "It will be taken away." This shaking is heaven's way of breaking the grip of fear and silencing the lies of insufficiency. Archangel Michael stands with his sword drawn, cutting off every chain of lack that has bound your thinking. He declares over you, you are not a beggar, you are an heir. You are not a servant of scarcity, you are a child of abundance. You are not destined to scrape by, you are called to overflow. The shaking breaks off the lies of the past so you can step into the reality of heaven's abundance. Beloved, do not resist the shaking. Do not cling to what heaven is removing. Do not cry over doors that God Himself has shut. Lift your hands instead and say, Lord, let everything that cannot carry your abundance be removed from my life. Shake what must be shaken, so that what remains will glorify you. For what is left after the shaking will be pure gold. What survives the trembling will be unshakable. The shaking clears out the old so that the new can flow freely. It makes room for rivers where deserts once lay. It prepares the soil for the seed of abundance. Remember the words of Hebrews, once more I will shake not only the earth but also the heavens, so that what cannot be shaken may remain. Heaven is not trying to break you, it is trying to establish you. The shaking will end, and when it does, you will find yourself standing on solid ground, ready for the flood of abundance. So do not despise this season. See it for what it is, the final preparation before the overflow. Your wilderness is closing. Your famine is ending. Your delay is breaking. And though the earth trembles around you, know that it is clearing the way for the river of abundance that is about to surround you. Archangel Michael proclaims, the shaking is the sound before the song. The trembling is the movement before the miracle. The breaking is the doorway to the blessing. Do not fear the shaking, for it is heaven's announcement that the overflow is near. Lift your head, beloved. Stand firm in the storm. Hold fast to your faith. For after the shaking comes the surrounding, and after the trembling comes the overflow. What felt like loss will be revealed as preparation. What seemed like an ending will prove to be the beginning. And when the abundance arrives, you will understand why the shaking had to come first. So rejoice, even in the trembling. Give thanks, even in the storm. For the shaking is not your destruction, it is your preparation. And soon, very soon, you will testify. The shaking prepared me, and now the abundance surrounds me. Beloved, hear this truth. Heaven may decree abundance, but you must align yourself to receive and walk in it. The trumpet of abundance has sounded, the promise has been declared, but alignment is the bridge that carries you from prophecy into manifestation. For the abundance of God is not merely poured upon those who wish for it, it surrounds those who position themselves to steward it. Archangel Michael declares, abundance is not just an event, it is an atmosphere. To live in it, you must align your heart, your words, your hands, your vision, and your worship with heaven's order. 1. Align your heart. Abundance begins within, before it appears without. The enemy knows that a heart filled with bitterness, envy, fear, or greed cannot sustain the flow of heaven's blessing. If your heart is closed, abundance will feel like sand slipping through your fingers. But when your heart is surrendered, abundance will find a home. The Lord looks not first at the size of your bank account, but at the posture of your heart. Do you trust Him as your shepherd, or do you secretly believe that you must provide for yourself? Do you rest in His timing, or are you ruled by anxiety and impatience? Abundance flows where trust is anchored. Say this aloud as a declaration of alignment. My Father delights to give me the kingdom. I will not fear lack. I will not worship scarcity. My heart trusts in the Lord, and He will surround me with abundance. 2. Align your words. Your tongue carries the power of life and death. Many of you have delayed abundance by the words you have spoken. You have cursed your own harvest with confessions of defeat. I will never get ahead. Things never work out for me. Nothing ever lasts. Beloved, these words are seeds, and they have produced fields of lack. Archangel Michael says, Heaven is ready to release abundance, but your words must agree with heaven's decree. Stop repeating the lies of insufficiency. Begin to echo the sound of the trumpet. Declare daily, I am surrounded by abundance. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Everywhere I turn, His provision meets me. When your words align with heaven, they become keys that unlock the floodgates. Speak abundance, and you will live in abundance. 3. Align your hands. Abundance flows through open hands, not clenched fists. The one who hoards in fear blocks the river, but the one who gives in faith multiplies the flow. Remember the widow of Zarephath. She had only a handful of flour and a little oil, but when she released it in obedience, her jar never ran dry. Generosity is the posture of those who walk in abundance. It is not about the size of the gift but the obedience behind it. If God asks you to sow, sow. If He stirs you to bless another, bless. Your hands must be channels, not dams. Michael reminds you, what you release returns multiplied. What you sow in faith grows into harvest. Heaven surrounds the open-handed with more than enough. 4. Align your vision. Too often, God's people limit His abundance to their paycheck, their job title, or their current connections. But heaven is not confined to earthly systems. The God who sent manna from heaven and water from a rock is not restricted by man's economy. Lift your vision higher. See yourself as heaven sees you, blessed, equipped, resourced, overflowing. Stop staring at your lack and start gazing at His supply. Expect streams in the desert, favor in unlikely places, and doors that no man can shut. Write the vision of abundance God gives you. See yourself debt-free, see your household restored, see your assignments funded, see your hands full to bless others. Vision pulls tomorrow's abundance into today's faith. 5. Align with worship and gratitude. Gratitude multiplies abundance. Complaining chokes it. When Jesus blessed the 5 loaves and 2 fish, He lifted them in thanksgiving, and the bread multiplied. When Paul and Silas sang in prison, chains fell and doors opened. Gratitude and praise shift the atmosphere and draw heaven's abundance. Do not wait until the abundance fully surrounds you to give thanks. Thank God now. Praise Him before you see it. Worship Him while it is unfolding. Gratitude is alignment in action. It declares, Lord, I trust you enough to praise you before my eyes see what my heart believes. Michael declares, let thanksgiving be the language of your lips, and abundance will never cease to surround you. Beloved, abundance is not only a promise, it is a partnership. Heaven has decreed it, but you must align with it. Guard your heart from fear. Guard your tongue from doubt. Open your hands in generosity. Lift your vision beyond limitation. Fill your mouth with praise and your days with gratitude. This is how you align yourself with heaven's abundance. When you do, the trumpet's sound will not pass over you, it will encircle you. The promise will not remain distant, it will manifest around you. You will not just touch abundance for a moment, you will live in it, walk in it, breathe in it, and release it to others. Archangel Michael seals this word, heaven's abundance is not delayed, it is ready. Align yourself, and you will be surrounded. Beloved child of heaven, hear this final word, for it comes as a seal upon all that has been declared. You are not leaving this moment empty-handed. You are stepping into a realm where abundance is not a fleeting visitor but a permanent dwelling. The trumpet has sounded, the heavens have opened, and the angels of God encamp around you to ensure that lack is no longer your portion. Archangel Michael declares, you shall walk in the surrounding glory of plenty, not as one begging crumbs but as one seated at the Father's table. You are no longer bound to the cycles of scarcity, you are bound to the covenant of abundance. Think of this, when Israel walked through the wilderness, the cloud of glory surrounded them by day, and the fire of God surrounded them by night. They lacked nothing. Their shoes did not wear out, their clothes did not fade, their bread never failed, and water followed them. That same God now surrounds you with His glory of plenty. You are not stepping into isolated blessings, you are stepping into an atmosphere. Everywhere you turn, you will find provision. When you rise in the morning, mercy and abundance will greet you. As you lay your head to rest at night, favor and overflow will cover you. Abundance will not simply visit your house, it will pitch its tent there. Beloved, do not forget this truth, abundance is never for hoarding, but for shining. The surrounding glory of plenty is meant to display the Father's generosity through you. You will be a channel, not a reservoir. What God places in your hands will feed many. What He pours into your life will refresh nations. Archangel Michael speaks. Your abundance is your assignment. Your overflow is your opportunity. The world will look at you and see the hand of the Lord, mighty to save, mighty to provide. This means the blessings you carry will break yokes in others' lives. Your provision will send children to school. Your resources will heal broken homes. Your increase will fund kingdom purposes. Heaven's abundance is not about selfish comfort, it is about kingdom impact. You must no longer see yourself as the struggler, the overlooked, the one barely making it. That identity dies today. You are clothed in a new garment, garments of plenty, robes of favor, crowns of overflow. You walk with a new name, beloved of the Lord, surrounded by abundance. No longer will you speak with the voice of fear that says, "Will I have enough?" Instead, you will say with confidence, "The Lord is my cup overflows." You will not live from paycheck to paycheck, you will live from glory to glory. Michael declares, step boldly into your new identity, for heaven has shifted your atmosphere. You are not marked by scarcity, you are sealed by plenty. So now receive this blessing, spoken over you as a benediction from the courts of heaven. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord cause His face to shine upon you and release abundance in every step you take. May you see streams where there were deserts, harvests where there were barren fields, doors where there were walls. May your heart remain open, your words filled with life, your hands generous, your vision lifted, and your lips overflowing with praise. You are surrounded by the glory of plenty, and it shall not depart from you. You will be the lender, not the borrower. You will be the giver, not the beggar. You will walk in peace, clothed in provision, embraced by favor. This is your inheritance, sealed today by heaven's decree. And Archangel Michael concludes with this proclamation, walk forth, child of the kingdom. The trumpet of abundance has not only sounded, it surrounds you. You are stepping into the fullness of overflow. You are walking in the surrounding glory of plenty.